Hello everybody out there in YouTube land. I'm here to do a walk around video of my little Jeep. So I'm just going to spin this around so don't get seasick. Okay, this is my 94 Jeep Cherokee. And I figured this is only fair because I asked somebody to do a walk around video and he promptly did it. So I figured I'd do one for myself. This 94 Jeep Cherokee has the off-highway package, which means it has 411 gears all the way in front and back. It has an 8 1/4 in the rear with limited slip differential. In the front, it has the normal Dana 30, nothing new about that. It has an aftermarket wood bumper on the front because, well, I'll tell that story another day, I think. But right now, we're just talking about this little Jeep and what it has. Well, it's got a 4-cylinder engine, which I'm actually pretty impressed with. And we'll take a look at the engine and everything. This Jeep, when it was brand new, used to park right there, right across the street from my dad's place here where I am. And it's a good little Jeep. By the way, I live in Spokane, Washington. And as you can see, it's a little 2-door. It's taken me on all kinds of good adventures. We're going to open up the inside and I'll show you what I've done to it a little bit on the inside. First thing that's very apparent is this standard edition Jeep has a Laredo tack in it. That's right, Laredo dash cluster. That was very easy to put in. It's a plug and play. All you got to do is change a couple sensors under the hood and I'll show you where those sensors are. Over here we have the cheapest stereo that Walmart allows. Walmart will give you. And I figure it this way, if somebody steals it, 21 more bucks and I've got another stereo. The other thing I did is the shifter was broke, so I made what I call the Death Twinkie shifter. And it's just a shifter knob on there. It doesn't really change much, but I like it because it's sideways. It get a good grip on it when you're driving. Then the interior is the stock interior that came with the Jeep. Everything else is pretty much stock. This Jeep, when I got it, I don't think it ever had a interior clean or a wax job. And man, I shampooed this thing and I waxed it and it looks a lot better than it did then, even dirty. But yeah, it needs a good wash job right now. I should have washed it before I did this. But the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the hood and we're going to look under the hood. Just walking around. Oh, one other thing that I did. I couldn't find the exact paint color, but I painted my rims. I just painted them silver. You know, it's pretty close to the real one, but I think this spring they're going to get sanded down again and they're going to get painted black. Let's go in here. We'll open the hood. This Jeep was owned by a little old lady who then gave it to her sister. Then when the little old lady passed, her sister bought her 2012 Ford Escort, or didn't buy it, she had it given to her by her sister when she passed. And she had this Jeep, and I said, hey, what are you going to do with your Jeep? And she said, well, I was going to just give it to Cars for Charity. Why, do you want it? And I said, of course I do. So I went ahead and mowed her lawn for all summer. I figured that was a good deal for her and me. And I got this Jeep. And as you can see, it's the little 4-cylinder in there, and like I said, I am very impressed with this little 4-banger. Everything works perfect on this Jeep. So, and every time it needed to go in for something, she took it into the dealership. So, let's see, the water temperature is right here. This is the water temperature sensor. You have to change that one when you change that dash. I'm not sure, is it on this side? Let's see, yes. Right here is the is the oil temperature or oil pressure gauge. That you have to change that little sensor right there. And after you get those two little sensors changed out for ones that have the better dash in it, you have a full dash, no more stupid warning lights, and everything works perfect. But as you see, this is a pretty stock little Jeep. There's been really no changes in it whatsoever. By the way, it's all muddy and nasty here because we're at the end of winter and there's a pile of snow still there. But it's a beautiful spring day today. In fact, the first full day of spring today. Yesterday was the first day of spring, now it's the first full day of spring. But that's my little Jeep, and I really like it a lot, and I can really see why there's a following for these things. I'd also like to throw a shout out to D&E Garage, Bleeping Jeep, and Jeeping Daily. All of those channels are great channels, and if you need any information on Jeeps, they have it for you. Have a great day, and see you on the next video.